All right, guys, good stuff today. Here's 5 ways. I'm gonna share with you 5 ways that you can generate unlimited buyer leads right now, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna get right on into it. First thing is this, Facebook. Do you notice this? If you've watched the seller thing, a lot of these are gonna be similar. Facebook, you're gonna use Craigslist. We're gonna use forums. Here's how we work this. In Facebook, there's all of these buy-sell trade groups, right? There's these buy-sell trade groups. Go in there and post a property with some good pictures and a description, and then just say, for more information, and put your name. Here's the thing is, when people like it, when people make a comment on those groups, you're gonna have a lead immediately. Go to Craigslist, post it up there. Post that property up there. You'd be amazed how many people are looking for property on Craigslist. Do this also in forums. Typically if there's an area in your area that has a blog or a forum about your area, go in there and post it in there. Post that property. Most of them have real estate sections. When you do that, when you start getting those things out there, listen, and you may be saying, but I don't have a property to sell. Do you know how many agents would love for you to call them and say, hey, do you mind if I go and take your property? I really like this property. Do you mind if I go post this a couple places to see if I can generate a buyer for that? Of course they're gonna let you. So find a property that you like that's got a targeted type of buyer that you wanna work with. If you have 0 listings, you can still do this, okay? You just find somebody that's in your office that has that, and you just ask them, hey, do you mind if I advertise your property some? What are they gonna do, say no? I mean, some might. But the key is get you a good property, start doing these things. You're gonna be amazed at how many people will begin to start asking additional comments. You're gonna begin to see people that will begin to start putting other people's names on there, showing them about that property, and then all of a sudden now you start Facebook private messaging that person and saying, hey, I saw where your friend mentioned this property to you. If this one doesn't work, I'll be glad to send you all the properties that meet whatever your criteria are. See what I'm saying here? We start moving into finding these buyers lead that way. So the first one is that. It's use everything online. Facebook, use Craigslist, use these forums for local organizations. The second one is this. Host an open house. Now you may be saying, but I don't have any houses listed. Guys, again, go out and find a seller or go out and find another agent that's got a ton of listings in your office and say, hey, I'd love to sit an open house at this house for you. Would that be okay? I'm gonna make sure I'll put the signs up. I'll get you the feedback so you can give it to your seller to make you look better. Of course they're gonna let you do that. Not everybody, but listen, if you'll ask and you'll find the right people, they'd love to have you go sit open houses for them. So if you don't even have any listings, here's the deal though. When you do that, those people that are walking in, most of those are people that are not represented by an agent. So these are perfect opportunities for you to be able to make a connection with people in a way and have all of those buyers come through. So how do you generate the people coming through there? Real easy. You want to know about this? A lot of times people in a neighborhood prefer to, especially if they like the neighborhood, to be able to choose their own neighbors. So what I do is I'll take a flyer that we're going to have the open house and I'll go by those people's houses and say, hey, we just want to make sure everybody in the neighborhood knows about this house. We're going to have it open this week. Because the last thing we want to do is for this house to sell and somebody in here say that they had a family member or a friend that they wish could have come into their neighborhood, but they didn't know about it. So here's information, here's when it's open. Please feel free. And of course, we're doing this for dual purposes always. And before you leave, just say, and by the way, have you thought about selling your house at some time? Get a seller lead there also. A little bonus there, a little lagniappe as they say in Louisiana. Here's the next one. Use the phone for just listed properties, okay? So here's what I'm talking about is, let's say, you may say, but I don't have a just listed property. That's fine. Take one that's in the MLS from another agency. Take one that is in your office and pick up the phone and just start dialing the people in that neighborhood. Start calling the people and say, hey, we just listed a property in your neighborhood. We want to make sure all the owners in this neighborhood have an opportunity to give and to have somebody that they like or that they love and a family member or friend have the opportunity to buy this house. Do you know anybody that's thinking about coming to the neighborhood? Boom, you've just made a connection, given them some information that they want to know about. I mean, I want to know if a house goes on sale in my neighborhood. You're helping people out. This is not something where you're hard selling them. And you'll be amazed. They'll start talking. They'll tell you those things. Or they may even say, you know what? We're not really interested. We don't know anybody that's moving in here. We're actually trying to get out of here. Boom, you got a listing lead now. So pick up the phone on these just listeds. Call the people. Go out and knock a neighborhood. Hey, just print the MLS flyer with your information on it. Walk around the neighborhood and say, hey, this just got listed. Just want to make sure everybody knows about it. Guys, when you do that, action gets reaction. So go out and take action, and you're going to begin to get a reaction coming back your way. The next one is this. Focus on renters. Here's the thing is with the environment we're in now, most renters can actually qualify for loans that are going to be lower monthly payments than they were with very low down payments, and that they have the capability to actually get into a house where they're a first-time home buyer especially. They can get into a house for less than it would cost on first, last month, and damage deposit. I just did one this past month. It was a first-time home buyer, $500 out of her pocket. She was 40 years old, always dreamed of owning a home. Guys, you start sitting down at those closings and you see the impact and how emotional it is for them to actually be a homeowner now, the American dream. This is a great place that you can get not just the money, but you get some satisfaction there. So reach out to those renters that are out there. I've even been to a place where I'll go, especially if it's a place that has a central area, I'll go and just walk around that condominium complex or that rental complex, and I'll just kind of walk around with flyers and I'll just kind of pass them out. Hey, I'm Jimmy Burgess. We got a great new program for first-time home buyers where actually your rent could be lower than what your mortgage payment could be lower than your rent. If you're thinking about buying, I'll be glad to put you in touch with a lender that would give you the capability, that would qualify you, where you can know what you exactly qualify for. Most people are wide open to that, guys. Just get out there and make contact with those people. Focus on those renters, and you're going to begin to find some buyers. The next area is this. Work your sphere. We've all got a group of people that just like to help us. Our friends, our family, our close people that have been with us, previous employers or previous co-workers that we just kind of had a connection with. Work those people. Call them up and say, hey, here's what's going on. The market is really hot right now. We are trying to help as many people as we can while these interest rates are low. So if you've heard anybody that's renting or that owns a house that they're thinking about relocating, please keep me in mind, because we got some special lending programs right now available that can really help somebody get a good deal right now. Have you heard of anybody? All of a sudden when you start working that sphere of influence, they want to help you, but they got to be asked. So you've got to work those people. Do it with phone calls, do it with Facebook messages, do it with short videos, whatever it is. Make those connections, work your sphere of influence. If you'll do all of these things we've talked about, guys, if you'll take action, I promise you, you're going to begin to have more buyer leads than you can do anything with. And here's the thing is, when you begin to have more buyer leads than you can work with, that's when you know that you've cracked the code on how to do this business. Because here's the bottom line, guys. Most people don't have lead generation issues. What they have is they have a problem of making sure that they can follow up and they can close those people. So come in here, find all of those leads, get those leads, begin to work, begin to close those people, and all of a sudden, the more you do, the more efficient you're going to be with those people and the more business you're going to have. I hope this helps, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.